Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I did the waterfall feature in my mini album, in my curtain call mini album. And we're going to start out by, the first thing you're going to do is decide how big you want your photo mat to be. For this particular mini album, I chose to have my photo mats 4 by 2.5 wide. So depending on the size of your photo mat, that's how wide you need to cut your strip of paper. So like I said, this is 4 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. So we're going to cut a strip of paper that's 4 inches by 12 inches. That's our first strip, and I've already done that. So this is 4 inches wide by 12 inches long. Okay? So after you do that, you get your strip of paper. Again, it's going to depend, the width of it's going to depend on how wide you want your photo mat to be. Okay. Because I chose my photo mats to be 4 by 2.5 inches wide, we're going to make our first score mark at the 2.5 inch mark. Okay, so we're going to do a first score line at 2.5. Now, I have 7 places on my mini album. Let me move it over here, maybe you can see it better. I have 7 places on my mini album to put 7 photos. So 7 photo mats means that we need to make 8 score lines. Okay, and we've done our first score line at 2.5. So now we're going to do 7 more because we've already got 1 at 1/2 inch intervals. Okay, so we're at 2.5. We're going to go to 3, then 3.5, then 4, then 4.5, then 5, then 5.5, then 6. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 score lines. Okay? So you're going to take that off, and you're just going to begin folding your score lines. And use your bone folder on these, because the more broken in and worked out they are, the better the mechanism's going to work for you. Okay? And I just kind of accordion fold them. Get them creased really good. Like I said, the more broken in these score lines are, the better it's going to work for you. This is a really thick cardstock I'm using, so. Okay, and then you're just going to fold it, stretch it out. Now, you need to make your photo mats that are going to go into every single one of your score lines. Like I said, they were for this particular one, they're 4 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. So we're going to cut our photo mats out. I've got some started here, and I'm going to finish them up now. And I'm just going to set these here so you can see this. And I'll finish cutting these out. So now that you've got all your photo mats, you're going to take your little mechanism and you're going to start here at the bottom, and you're going to run tape, an adhesive tape. It could be red line tape, it could be whatever kind of tape adhesive you use. You're going to run it just right here. And you're going to take your first photo mat and you're going to put it not directly on your score line, just to where it meets up to it. And you're going to want to line it up with the rest of your strip. Okay? See how that is? And you're just going to do that all the way up inside of every crease up to your score line. So I'm going to do that now. And I wasn't very straight with that tape line, but that's okay. Fix it. Alright, so now that you've got all your photo mats all glued down to all of your score lines, you're going to take your mechanism and fold it in half. And again, go over this. This is a really thick cardstock, so this one may stick a little bit until you really get these creases worked out, these scores worked out. But for demonstration purposes, it'll work. So now we've got it folded over. Now we need to make a pull tab, which is where I put the Let's Dance on my pull tab here. Okay? So in order to do that, I usually will just take, because we have your photo mat that's a 4 by 2.5 here, I'm just going to take a 4 by 2.5 piece, another piece, and I'm going to do it in a different color so you can see a little better. You can make this as big, as wide, as small. You can make it smaller than the thing. It doesn't matter. This is completely up to you. But I'm just going to do mine the same size as my photo mats are. And you can score it down the middle to get an exact crease in it. I'm just going to fold mine in half. Okay? And then you're going to open it up and you're going to run your adhesive on the inside, on both sides of your score line. Alright. And then you're just going to take it and you're going to open up your mechanism and take your bottom piece here, which is going to be your pull tab, and just stick it right into the crease and fold it over. And then you're going to want to crease this down, because if you don't, it's going to get hung up in your on your anchor strip once you do that. Okay. So now here's the start of your mechanism. You've got all of your photo mats glued into up to your score lines. You folded it in half and you've done your pull tab. So now I have a 6 by 6 piece of chipboard here, and you could do this on a 12 by 12. You could do this on any size you want. Just make your anchor strip as wide or as long as you want. This part is completely up to you. I'm going to use this strip that is 6 by 2 inches wide. Again, this doesn't matter. This is completely your own personal preference. You're going to position your waterfall mechanism where you want it on your page. You're going to open it up, put your strip wherever you want it to be. And you're going to run adhesive on the top part of your flap up here, which is really going to wind up being your bottom. But for right now, because it's the mechanism's open, it's on the top. So you're just going to run some adhesive right along there. Okay. Again, position your anchor strip where you want it to be. And you're going to take your top strip that you put your adhesive on, and you're going to bring it on down, and you're going to attach it to the bottom of your anchor strip. You don't want to stick it to to where your pull tab is. You want to put it just to where the adhesive strip is. And this is a little tricky sometimes to do one-handed or by yourself. So just work with it until you get it where you want it to go. Okay. So there's that. So now you're going to flip your mechanism over, and this part here of your anchor strip that is sticking out is the only place that you want to put adhesive. If you put adhesive back here on your pull tab, the mechanism will not work. If you put adhesive back here on the back side of your mechanism, it won't work. So you just need to keep the adhesive here on the edges of your anchor strip. Excuse me. Okay, and then you're just going to position it where you want it to go on your layout or your photo or your mini album rather. Push it down. And like I said, I used a really thick cardstock, so this one's probably going to stick for a little bit till I get the kinks worked out of it. And the score line's really intact. But now you should just be able to pull your pull tab and your mechanism will work. And if it sticks like this, like I said, don't worry about it. Just go back and run your bone folder over top of your score lines. Don't do what I just did though. And just keep working it out. Okay, and like I said, the more and more you use it, the more and more you get them folded, creased on the lines, the better it's going to work. Alright, so that's how you make a waterfall flip. Thanks for watching.